Welcome to the action-packed excitement of Wrestling Titans. And what a great one we have on tap for you this time around. We're going to take a look at the one, the only, the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. Singles competition, even some tag team fare in this one, plus some special interviews. Speaking of which, let's kick things off as Steamboat has a lot to say.
Mr. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. How are you, Ricky?
I feel real good, Ted, and one of the main reasons is that I'm real happy to see professional wrestling coming back to the Carolina area, the way it used to be years ago. Isn't that right, everybody? I've had a lot of fan mail come to my place of business in Charlotte, North Carolina. My wife and I, we run a fitness center there, and everybody's wanting wrestling to come back to the Carolinas like the way it used to on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. And when this new promotion started to head up and we started negotiating and talking about the contracts, and I was very, very interested and also happy to hear what they project for the near future. And that is wrestling the way it used to be and coming back to the great fans of the Carolinas.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of folks out here that said, you see Ricky the Dragon, they want you back. Are you going to come back?
Well, we're this close, and I can safely say yes.
Well, Steamboat said yes, and here he is versus Johnny Z.
Ricky Steamboat, who owns and operates a gym in Charlotte with his wife, Bunny. And a successful gym it is, my friend. Former Mr. North Carolina in 1982. And a guy who took a little time out from professional wrestling, to be honest, just to relax. He had suffered some injuries, and he says he's 100%. He's back, he wants the belt, and he's here to prove it. He's in there against Johnny Z right now. Z has him in a headlock. Steamboat throwing him into the ropes. Whoa, bouncing off. Johnny Z comes again, hooks him in a headlock. Looked like Johnny Z wanted to do something else, and then said, whoops, let me get the headlock. That's the sure shot right here.
Looked like he was going to go for another shoulder. Couldn't quite get the position and went for the headlock. He's got a good hold on right now.
Yes, he does. Steamboat tried to work his way out of it. And he does. Both wrestlers in there with a test of strength. Into the ropes they go, and the referee, Ron West, calls for the break. Clean break by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Great example to the youngsters of America today.
Tells all the kids out there, you don't have to cheat
to
win. Had a top wrist lock, had a chance to put a cheap shot on the man, didn't do it. Now he's got a side headlock, he's got the advantage.
Got to look yourself in the mirror every morning when you shave, Gene. And if you are that type of person that lives by the code like Ricky the Dragon, shaving is no problem.
No problem whatsoever.
Nice shoulder to the chest. Johnny Z tried to leap up, picked him up for a body slam, full body slam. Whoa! The Dragon brings this crowd alive. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a fan favorite, calls North Carolina his home and proud of it. He's got Johnny Z for another body slam. Boom. You know what? You look at this guy and there's not an ounce of fat on him, Gene. Not an ounce of fat on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The Steamboat trying to grab him in for a suplex, and he's got him up straight up in the air. This has got to be the moment of truth. Bam! That one hurt extra because he knew he was going to go down.
Pause for effect.
Woo. Ricky the Dragon said, I'm going to do it to you. Got him up for a spine breaker, is it? Is it going to be a spine breaker or Oh, no. I thought he had him up for a spine breaker. Then he surprised his head. Dropped him flat on his head. Well, I'll tell you what. He hasn't seen the best of Ricky yet either. Because all he's got to do is get Ricky really mad, and then he's going to... I think he may have gotten Ricky really mad. Out of the ring goes Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He's hurt, Gene.
He took a shot to the back of the head there. That'll get extended headache on the 35.
Yes, he did. He is blinking right now, trying to shake those cobwebs off. Right now he's got that flock of birds flying around. And Johnny Z, sensing this, hits him in a suplex back into the ring, and he's going to go for the lateral body press. 2, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat kicks out.
He didn't hook his leg, and that might be a mistake for Johnny Z.
No doubt about that, because if you let this guy shake the cobwebs off and come back. Nice maneuver. Nice maneuver. I don't know who got the worst of that one, though.
They both got hurt on that one.
Full body slam. Johnny Z going in for the cover, but does not hook the legs and gives Ricky enough leverage to get out of it. You gotta hook the leg. You gotta put pressure on them shoulders. Johnny Z trying to bounce on Ricky and got caught with a couple of knees to the midsection, and that's what I was talking about. Getting Ricky the Dragon Steamboat awake. And right now, Johnny Z knows why Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has that black belt. Onto the canvas and back for more. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat hurling him off the rope. Boom! Tremendous thrust through the throat. And Johnny Z is the worst for wear, Gene Ligon.
That's right. Ricky Steamboat using some of his black belt karate moves, using the open thrust, the open hand. No problem right there.
Back to wrestling with a full body slam. And just like he used to do in Hawaii, diving off of those caves. Boom! Full thrust. This one is all over. Your winner, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You can almost see him diving off those cliffs in Hawaii, Gene. Let's take a look at that beautiful maneuver one more time on slow motion. And I tell you, this is a fantastic maneuver from the man who wants the NAWA heavyweight belt.
High off the top of the ropes, Ricky Steamboat dives, crossbody, kicks the man just as he turns around, knocking him to the ground for the 1-2-3 count.
And another one bites the dust, and another one bites the dust.
Up next, another very special interview. Here we go.
And I have asked some friends of mine to come up here to get their thoughts on it. War Eagle, Chris Chavis, Bo Reagan, and of course Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And I'll start with you, Chris. Your thoughts on this as far as entering it as a single or with a partner?
Well, singly, I'm ready. I've been training. I'm ready to compete in the tournament. As far as tag team partners, I mean, we got two of the best right here. You got Ricky, you got Bo. I'd be glad to be with these two guys. And I'm ready to go, just like these guys are.
Bo, your thoughts?
Hey, I'm ready for anything and everything. And I tell you what, we're on top of the world right now, and we're gonna take it to wherever we gotta be to get those straps, no matter what combination.
Ricky, as you know, you've worn straps for the WWA, the WWF, the NWA. You've worn more straps than anybody I know of. There's a lot of people that are setting their eyes on you, feeling that if they can beat you, that certainly would be a feather in their cap as well as a psychological victory over you. This has to keep you up at nights.
Well, you know, anytime that thought comes across my mind, obviously it keeps me on my toes. But I think the biggest thing here tonight is I would like to say hello to all the people here in Raleigh, right here at Dorton Arena. We're bringing it back to the way it used to be. We're bringing it back to make everybody feel good about wrestling. Bring it back each week that everybody can come back out here and hoot and holler and scream and just have a good time and bring some of that good old hometown wrestling back. I want to be a world champion again. I'd love to have each one of these guys as a tag team partner to wear the tag team championship belts again. As many people in this area know, I've had some great matches right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I am not too old or washed up to stop that. I've come back for one reason, and that is to wrestle for everybody here, whether you like me or not, because we come here to wrestle and bring it back to the way we want to bring it back, and I'm sure everybody agrees to that.
Well, I'll tell you what, they certainly love what you're saying tonight, Ricky. You know, when we talk about bringing it back to the Carolinas, there's a lot of big names in professional wrestling that have heard about the tournament that's coming up. They have contacted the promoters locally and are going to be coming in to challenge you. You guys welcome one and all?
Oh, we welcome everyone. We're ready. Look at us. We're ready.
Anybody in particular that you've got your eyes on, Bo?
Hey, bring them all, because if we beat them all, nobody can say anything. And I'm tell you something, we got each other and we got these people behind us.
Up next, it's tag team action.
Well, there you hear the crowd, and they are going wild at the introduction of War Eagle and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Boy, that's an awesome combination, Gene Ligon.
I can't see how you can beat it. They got the power of the Indians, and of course Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, all the background he's got in athletics, tremendous too.
Well, I tell you what, North Carolina loves Ricky, but Ricky loves North Carolina. There is no two ways about it. We were speaking to him briefly a little earlier, and Ricky flat said it, man, this is it. This is the place he wants to be.
Now, he's originally from Hawaii, and he loves North Carolina.
No doubt about it. Runs that successful Steamboat gym in Charlotte, North Carolina. Teaming up with a newcomer to the North American Wrestling Association, Chris War Eagle Chavis. And into the ring, right off the bat, is Alan Kinsey. And Kinsey is wasting no time going to work on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat off the ropes. Catches him with a nice elbow. Kinsey firing away. Your referee is Byron Richard calling for the break. And, of course, it was just a matter of time before he ran into the Hornet's Nest and into a flurry of chops and a full body slam. And Alan Kinsey is saying, what did I just wake up?
When you stick a stick in a hornet's nest, you're going to get stunned.
Double chop! And Kinsey is stunned. War Eagle into the ring. Suplex. That, of course, not executed exactly the way that War Eagle wanted it.
But Kinsey tried to counter it.
Nice elbow to the side of the face. Kinsey right now is stunned. I'll tell you right now, those legs are a little wobbly. I'll tell you, how would you like to have that land on your throat?
It's a big man, a lot of power. You see, he's been in the gym. He's been working out with the weights.
Big thighs. Full force coming down on the legs, and now those head going into the turnbuckles. The tag is made into the ring. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Both men throwing Kinsey into the ropes. Boy, if Kinsey's got an aspirin on him, he better pull it out now. Those punches seem to lack authority, though.
Caught Ricky a little off guard, but there's his partner slow to come in. That might be a mistake right there on their part.
Well, they're giving him enough time to recuperate. Sammy Martin into the ring now. Sammy Martin applying pressure to the wrist. Nice takedown by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Duck under the arm and do a drop toe hold. He's got him where he wants him to hammer out.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the favorite of a former NFL wide receiver by the name of double drop kick. Double drop kick and Sammy Martin in trouble. A fellow that was a wide receiver, all-pro for the Miami Dolphins and San Francisco 49ers, who happens to be a native of Gaffney, South Carolina. Freddie Solomon is a regular viewer on the show, and his favorite is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Tell you what, Sammy Martin in trouble right now.
Sammy is looking for a way out.
War Eagle. Full thrust in the lower back. Look at Martin. Martin's not sure where he's at. He knows he's in the Carolinas somewhere, but he couldn't give you an exact location right now.
I don't even know if he was in the Carolinas.
He may not. Tell you what, they're working on him right now. Ricky Steamboat. Nice neck breaker. And that could be it. That could be it for Sammy Martin. You know, in addition to hurting the neck, he landed square on the back of the head, Gene.
That's right. Could not get a little bit of a little consciousness, and everything.
Got him up for a full body slam. Martin right now just about out of gas. And I tell you what, it's not that... on the side of the head. Nice knee to the side of the head. It's not that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is sadistic, but I think what he's doing right now is sending out a message to the likes of Big Bob Orton and Baron Samedi and Colt Steele.
All of them guys.
Brad Anderson.
In fact, they probably need 2 or 3 messages.
War Eagle making the tag with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Boom! Body slam. Here comes Ricky off the rope. 235 pounds from about 8 feet up in the air. Square on the midsection. On the midsection of Sammy Martin. Got him up in the air. Boom! Well, I'll tell you right about now, I would say that Mr. Martin is primed for that 1, 2, 3 count. But they're continuing to administer the punishment. And like I said, this is not their typical style, but I do believe they're trying to send a message to someone, Gene.
Well, when you're in the ring and you're in this business, it's like anything else. A football team can have a score. They're trying to send a message out to everybody that we're here to play.
And they're here to play tonight, I'll tell you that. You don't see Alan Kinsey in any hurry trying to get into the ring.
First of all, I'm trying to step down and get out of here. But
Yeah.
Flying a nice hold on there.
Tying him up into the ring ropes. He's getting instructions right now from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
The best thing about tag team wrestling, your mind may be thinking one thing, but your partner might have a better idea. He relays it to you.
Got to communicate, too. They've got to stay in constant touch with each other.
You know, these guys have not been wrestling together that much. They are not a tag team per se. They're a tag team now and trying to become a better tag team.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, well-known, well-respected all over the world, firing away. Sammy Martin finds himself in a pin. I don't believe Sammy got out of that. I think Ricky let him go just to
Ricky just rolled over and gave him a little surprise there.
He's trying to figure out what is it with Ricky tonight and War Eagle Chris Chavis. Nice chop to the side of the throat. Look at Kinsey. Kinsey has turned spectator. Kinsey has turned spectator.
He's always keep going. Don't tag me is what he's trying to tell his partner.
You're doing great. You're doing great. That was a mistake you won't usually see Ricky make. I think Ricky underestimated how hurt Sammy Martin was. Now Kinsey's in a hurry to get into the ring, and he does. Nice suplex. Going over for the cover. 1, 2. Ricky Powers out at the count of 2. Alan Kinsey right now taking advantage of a stunned Ricky Steamboat. He didn't want any part of Steamboat a couple of seconds ago. Right on the lower back. Boy, if they could beat Steamboat and War Eagle, would that be an upset, Gene?
Well, they're going to have to revamp their thoughts right now. Kinsey puts fire away, hoping that part would come.
Byron Richard calling for the count. Kinsey firing away while Sammy Martin is holding on. War Eagle trying to get into the ring, and now he's occupied the attention of Byron Richard. His partner's getting beat up at the other corner. Boy, Ricky is stunned. Come on, Chris. Get outside the ropes. Help him out a little bit. Snapman takedown.
If you're going to come in the ring, you've got to go for your partner and help him. You can't just stand there.
That was pure instinct. That was pure instinct that you saw Ricky Steamboat do.
If people knew about amateur wrestling and everything, you know that move right there is a basic move, and you're in trouble. You try to sit out.
That is twice that Steamboat has been caught with that boot, and that leads me to believe that Steamboat is hurt right now, Gene.
That boot is starting to take its toll on Ricky. Ricky's got to come up with something.
He reverses it. He reverses it, makes the tag, and War Eagle now into the ring, firing away right now on Sammy Martin.
He's going to get him up. Oh, he's doing a dance.
There's that war dance. Chop to the top of the head. War Eagle. And anytime you see that war dance, you know that the end can't be far away.
He's calling on all his spirits and friends.
Nice power slam off the ropes. Hits the leg. This could be it for Sammy Martin. It is. This match belongs to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and War Eagle Chris Chavis. Nice maneuver. And as I told you, when you see that dance, the end can't be far behind.
Interview time here on Wrestling Titan.
Ricky, certainly we're getting closer and closer to throwdown time, and your name has popped up a lot as being the guy that probably will be seated #1. Bob Orton Jr. has singled you out as somebody he'd like to dance with.
Well, I'm sure the people in this area and maybe that are listening around are positive about the fact that Orton and I are no strangers to each other, that I've wrestled him on numerous occasions. And don't get me wrong now, Orton is a Class A wrestler, very competitive wrestler. And there's no doubt in anybody's mind about when he makes a statement like how he likes to hurt people, he really likes to go out there and just twist it just a little bit more and make them feel it a little bit more. Now his tag team partner is something else, Colt Steele. About a week ago, my wife and I, we went to Hawaii for a little vacation. But passing through Hawaii, we stopped in Los Angeles for a day. And I like to go to Gold's Gym and train, and I was talking to a couple of local people there that there's some blonde-haired, bleached blonde-haired guy from the Carolinas going around here in this gym trying to impersonate and tell everybody that he's a local LA person. Trying to talk to him like, hey, what's happening, man? I'm a cool dude. You know?
Awesome, radical.
I'm really awesome, and things are just radical about here. Now, you know, Colt Steele, if you're not proud of the fact that you're from the Carolinas, why do you come back home to wrestle? If you're not proud of the fact that you're from the Carolinas and telling everybody now that you are a better person because you live in Los Angeles, you certainly have an identity problem. Now, Orton, you and I will probably mix it up in this tournament and we'll settle our differences. But there are a lot of other guys that have put their name on that dotted line. The competition is going to be real, real tough.
Back to the action now as Steamboat takes on Chuck Coates.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, holder of titles in every major wrestling alliance in the world, and appearing here in a television time remaining match against Chuck Coates from Durham, North Carolina. And Lou Thez, you've seen Ricky the Dragon in action many times. It's hard to find one that's any better.
Well, not only did it have a great amateur background, but this fellow has developed into an absolute world-class champion.
Mr. North Carolina, 1982, successful gym in Charlotte that he and his wife Bonnie run, and he stays in tremendous physical shape.
I've seen him all over the world. We were in many, many countries together, and we spent a couple of weeks in Japan one time training, and I was mightily impressed with him, and he only expounds upon his career as he goes on and on and on.
Well, not to digress any, but if that match we saw between the Nasty Boys and the American Bulldogs is any indication of what the competition is going to be like for the tag team tournament, we're in for a heck of a time, champ.
I should say.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the ring against Chuck Coates.
The conditioning is so important. People don't really realize what a really finely conditioned man is, because most people have never been there. But you take a fellow like this, no matter how tough it gets or how adverse conditions become, he always manages to eke it out some way.
You know, I noticed you looked at me, champ, and you said most people don't know what it's like to be there. I didn't always look like this. About a couple of months ago, I looked just like the Dragon.
No point of remarks. I'm sorry.
Nice maneuver. Catches Ricky as he comes off the ropes. The Dragon into a side headlock. But notice how Ricky reverses it and uses it to his advantage. At a 2 count, referee Byron Richard.
While he's falling on his back, he's thinking of what he's going to do.
No doubt about it.
Oh, sure.
Cat quick reflexes, cat quick on the brain.
You got it.
1 or 2 steps ahead of every move that he's seeing his opponent using.
Name of the game.
You talk about probably the best counter maneuver man in the business right now.
And it's a matter of setting mousetraps here. The guy will go for it, and all of a sudden he's got it snatched. You know, it just comes in there like a matter of course. You don't think about it, you just do it.
Got him into that sunset flip. 1, 2. The Dragon powers out. Side headlock again. Takedown. Ricky hooking that leg again.
Who's pinning who?
Who's pinning who here? Another one of those mousetraps you were talking about. Well, these guys take a beating, Lou. They take a tremendous beating night after night after night and stay in tremendous shape. How do you guys do that?
Well, you enjoy doing it, really. Yeah, all of a sudden you get to know that you're a little bit different than most people. And it's an ego trip, you know. We all have vanity. If we didn't have some sort of vanity, we'd all be slobs, you know.
There you are, looking at me again. Side headlock from Chuck Coates on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It may have gone too far this time, though. Watch the Dragon. Hip block takedown. And did you see him fly? Arm drag takedown. Applying the pressure on Coates, and the Dragon has come to life. Well, how many times we've seen the Dragon apply that series of maneuvers.
Oh, God, he's unbelievable.
And then he's going to punish you, too. He's going to let you know he's got you by the tail, and he's going to tug on it. And the crowd getting behind this one. Pull it off, they're yelling.
All great athletes have tricky reflex. Their reflex is just a little sharper than anyone else's.
Watch what Ricky does with the wrist here, champ.
Does it? Baseball player, everything. But reflex.
Not just working on the arm, but he's actually putting that point of pressure right there on the wrist, using the fingers.
The whole thing.
Coach right about now is losing feeling in that arm. You know, when you get that numbing feeling, that little tingling.
It doesn't work properly.
Coach now says, well, I better go to my bag of tricks here to see if I can break out of this. And he pops Steamboat in the face a couple of times. You better watch out. You stick your finger in a hornet's nest, you're going to get bit. And that's what Mr. Coates is doing right now. Firing away, taking target practice on the head of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Byron Richard calling for the break, and a great reversal by the Dragon. Double chop to the throat, and Chuck Coates has an instant sword through.
Setting them up.
Setting them up. Television time limit now. This match could end in a draw simply because we run out of time. And if we do, we will show you the video replay of the end of it next week. From the top rope, hooking the leg. We may not have to show that replay. It is all over. this match, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Piece of cake for him.
Boy, I'll tell you what, let's take a look at this on our slow motion instant replay. You tell us the action as it happens, champ.
Well, as he comes off the top rope, it's impossible to handle that kind of weight on the way down. The other fellow knows it's coming. He's trying to prevent it, but he cannot.
230 pounds, and then he hooks that leg, and it's goodbye, Lola. Chris War Eagle Chavis and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat joining me right now at ringside. Gentlemen, it's great to have you here on board. It's starting to heat up, that championship tournament right around the corner. You look like you're ready.
No, I'm definitely ready. Like I said before, I'm training, I'm in shape, I'm ready for any of these guys. The nasty boys, they talk big and bad. We'll just bring it on, baby, because me and Ricky, we're ready to take you down anytime. Bob Orton, any of the guys, we're ready.
Ricky, certainly a tough match against Chuck Coach, but you proved that the talent was there. Too much for Mr. Coach.
Well, you know something, Ted, you got a lot of young guys that are up and coming in this business, and it's sort of, I can relate to that because I can think back to how I was years ago starting in this wrestling profession. I was hungry, I was eager, and I wanted to make a name for myself. At times, when you have been to the top and there's no other way but down, you sort of get maybe a little lazy. Maybe your guard is down just for a few seconds here and there. And you get some young, hungry lion in there against a seasoned veteran that may have his guard down, and the next thing you know, my shoulders could have been down over the mat for a 1, 2, 3. I give credit where credit due. The young kid's good. I'm glad to have a big fellow like this on my side. We're talking right now, negotiating, and I think we're filling in the small spaces, but I think we're gonna be right at the very top during this tag team tournament.
I'll tell you what,
you can bet that the fans out there, that whenever they see this Indian and this Hawaiian out there in that ring, that we're gonna give it our best shot. But I'll tell you something right now, I'd like for some time that the next time they do television, for the Indian and the Hawaiian to go up against those nasty boys and see if we can beat them before the time's expired.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the next contest of the evening. In the ring at this time, weighing 247 pounds from Charlotte, Mike Rex. And now making his way to the ring, weighing 235 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
It's a fan favorite here, Mr. Wrestling. Has been and will be for a long time. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat certainly has to be recognized as perhaps the #1 seeded for that North American Wrestling Association Heavyweight Championship Tournament.
Rick Steamboat, I'll tell you, his moves, his actions, his personality, he says it all. This man is a true champion.
No doubt about it, both in and out of the ring, too. You know, he and his wife, Bonnie, run the Steamboat gym in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I tell you, when you get as popular as this man is, former Mr. North Carolina, so people come up to you constantly, ask for your autograph. I mean, they go to restaurants and people come up to him. He always has time to talk to the wrestling fans. Always has time to sign that autograph. And that says an awful lot about the man's character.
Absolutely. He is a true champion of the people.
Well, he's in there with Mike Rex right now. Fans are chanting Steamboat. I mean, they want him to know that they're behind him 100%. And they are looking forward to that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat showdown with the Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller. They would love nothing more than to see that happen in their town. And I tell you, promoters right now are bidding for that showdown.
It will be an interesting match. There's no question of it. Rick is much more aggressive. He's a very, very aggressive wrestler.
Yes, he is.
Fuller's a very coy wrestler, but Steamboat, he's a smart wrestler.
That means an awful lot.
It does.
Ooh, chopping under the arm, another chop to the arm. Oh! Steamboat showing a little bit of aggressiveness. Could that be because Robert Fuller has ignited a fire? More than likely, yes.
Make no mistake about it. Rick Steamboat is great. He's a great wrestler. He knows the moves, and he can get in there. He can get as dirty as anybody else if he has to. He's not doing anything now that is absolutely above board, but he is really going to work on this young man's arm.
Now he's going to let him know that he's in here for a test. Mike Rex right now is going up against a guy who is anxious to prove that he is worthy of all of these challenges that have been coming his way. And it seems like when the guys come into the territory, the first name they mention, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Everybody wants a piece of the Dragon. And I tell you what, he's there to give it to him. The whole kip and caboodle. Rex firing away with a forearm, but they seem to lack authority, Mr. Wrestler.
He's giving it his best. He's got nothing to lose, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. A victory over the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat would certainly enhance his career. You talk about a feather in your cap.
Oh, boy. Wouldn't that be something?
That would certainly propel him into the ratings. Oh. You talk about taking somebody's head off.
Well, lifted him right off his feet.
About 1.5 feet off the canvas after that chop from Steamboat. Into the ropes we go. Oh, into the midsection. Just when you're anticipating the chop up top, he goes down below, and that's what you're talking about being a cagey veteran. Keeps you off balance. There's the chop. There's the chop. You gotta believe that in Hawaii, he climbed those cliffs from time to time and did that swan dive into the water. Off the top rope, 1, 2, 3, it is over. The winner of your match, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Lots more action for you here on Wrestling Titans. The North American Heavyweight Championship is in the picture. Let's take you right now to this.
We had a chance to talk to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and ask him for his comments about the insults that have been flung his way from Robert Fuller.
Robert Fuller, you come over the mountains from Tennessee. Sounds like you should have been wearing your hiking boots. But this time when you and I meet, you better be having your wrestling boots on. You're telling everybody that you love to take me down and you love to hurt people. And I'll be ready, and I'll be willing, and I'll be able to be in that square circle with you, Fuller.
Now that's certainly a determined, I might add, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And if you saw Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in action last week, I think you saw a mean streak in Ricky that we hadn't seen in a long time, Gene.
A side that you don't see very often.
No doubt.
Ricky, an excellent man, a very good gentleman. Of course, this man right here is Robert Fuller.
All right, we're going to have to break away here for a moment, folks, as I've been told that we have a very special interview we want to share with you.
Well, I tell you what, we are here right now with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We have with us Chris Chavis, War Eagle, of course, Derek Duke Starf.
You know something, Ted? Within a week, we're going to have a big event with this new company, and it just makes me feel real good to be associated with a good group of guys. I'm sure the boys that are standing on the other side of the fence are probably watching in their monitors right now, and a lot of oohs and ahs and boos. But what it comes down to is everybody within this business, they strive to become a champion, to have that championship belt. Football players wear that Super Bowl ring, you know? And in every line of sport, from the Olympics all the way down to the pros, if you're involved with athletics through your whole life, you strive for one thing in mind, and that is to be the best within the profession that you're in.
Ted Webb live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're about to join a semifinal round match between Maniac Matt Bourne and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, the winner of this match is going on to the finals to take on Robert Fuller for the NAWA Heavyweight Championship title.
Don't let that little tummy this fella has fool you, because some of the great wrestlers of the past did not look like Mr. Americas, but they were still great wrestlers.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, we can go back in history and trace a bunch of tremendous wrestlers that appeared to have that little pouch out there that were outstanding.
I'll name you one. Ed Strangler Lewis dominated wrestling for 25 years. They couldn't find anyone to beat him.
Yep.
Aha, I like this.
Yeah.
That'll get things moving.
That certainly will.
I like it.
I'll tell you what, whoever wins the North American Heavyweight Championship crown tonight is going to have a tough task in their hands defending it, because the list of eligible challengers goes on and on and on. And we got us some wild action in the middle of the ring. Matt Bourne, the Maniac, trading punches and chops with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This is the semifinal round. The winner of this match will earn the right to meet Robert Fuller for the crown. Sal Carenti, the referee, wants to step in there, but he's got better sense than him.
Not that foolish.
He says, give me a megaphone and I'll tell him to break from the other end of the ring.
Right. Write him a letter.
Matt Bourne with a front face lock. Boy, that's a strong man, I tell you. And he is left-handed.
He's hanging on, right?
Hanging on. Going to the ropes. Carenti now calls for the break. Oh, that's a change of pace to see Steamboat firing on the break. But I guess when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Got to, man.
Great block. Well, these guys are not going to waste too much time with wrestling maneuvers here.
No.
They're just basically duking it out. Whoa! The steamer went down like one of those big sequoias.
I'm telling you.
The Maniac now taunting him, slapping him. Applying 260 pounds of pressure on that neck as well. Boom! Square on the jaw.
Throwing him in there.
Yes, he is. You know, Ricky's taken an awful lot of punishment in this tournament so far.
I know.
He has not drawn an easy opponent, and each and every one of them takes a little more out of him. Oh! You can't help but get excited when you see that big tomahawk chop coming down.
Something's got to happen.
He's giving him an IQ test in the turnbuckles. Now we're going to knock some sense into you. And you know, in all fairness to Matt Bourne, he had a tough match in the last round against Ranger Ross. Whoa! Excedrin headache number 9. 1 and 2, and Matt Bourne kicks out. This match has a 20-minute time limit. The winner will earn the right to take on Robert Fuller for the North American Wrestling Association Heavyweight Championship. You were there, a piece of history that you witnessed. 20 years from now, when they ask that question, who was the first North American Wrestling Association champ, you'll be able to answer it. It'll be one of 3 men: Robert Fuller, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, or Maniac Matt Bourne.
Wow. Oh, that knee is something, man.
Ricky may have hurt himself. 5 minutes has elapsed right now. 5 minutes has elapsed in the match. And Ricky hit that knee square on Matt Bourne's head.
The knee is really a knockout punch.
It is.
A lot of people don't know that, but that's devastating.
I'll tell you what, though. I will tell you what. You can tear a meniscus ligament very easily hurting that knee like that.
I know.
Matt Bourne is knocked out. The referee counting on the both of them. Steamboat gets to his feet. And he is hurt. I'll tell you what, Ricky Steamboat really has done a terrible job. And Bourne going to work on that leg. Well, that's the veteran that he is. You got to go after that weak minnow.
That's right. That's right.
And right now, the weak minnow appears to be that right knee of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Oh, my Lord. Matt Bourne now causing a tremendous amount of hurt. He has him in that spinning toe hold. And Ricky...
That's it. That's the wrap-up.
2, 3.
That's it. That's wrestling.
Ricky Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has won the match.
A wrestler is like a snake. He's got you no matter what you're doing. He's got you somewhere.
6:13 of the match. 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Your winner is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who has won the match, but I'm not sure if he won the war. And coming back in to administer more punishment is Matt Bourne. Here you'll see on the replay, going for that spinning toe hold made famous by Dory Funk. And there goes Rick. Hooks him up in that table.
Oh, yeah.
2 and 3.
Well, we appreciate your patience, folks, as we strive to bring you the best of Ricky Steamboat. A lot of interviews and a lot of action to get to, including this. It's the world title of the NAWA. It's Robert Fuller versus Steamboat.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, here is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. His opponent, weighing 250 pounds from Tennessee, the Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller.
I believe that break, that 2-minute intermission was sufficient.
No, it wasn't. No.
It was not sufficient.
No,
Steamboat, he is favoring that leg, Lou.
I know.
And look who goes to work on it right away.
I think with Bourne and Tennessee stud, it seems to be a little collusion there.
I tell you what, I cannot help but agree with you. It just seems to me, I mean, it's just much too obvious that Matt Bourne, realizing that he had no shot at the crown, wanted to make sure that Ricky wouldn't have a shot.
Why would he do that? For no other reason.
I'll tell you what, Fuller has a tremendous advantage right now. He's fighting a guy who's on one foot. And Ricky is a game competitor. But look at it. Fuller going to work again on that leg.
Double-legged him and took him down. He's got the bad one.
He's got that bad leg and continues to apply the punishment to it. Ricky is hurt. Ricky has hurt that knee. And I'll tell you, I'm not a doctor, but that appears to be some ligament damage.
Could very possibly
The
be.
way he's favoring it, the way that the leg was injured, I've seen it happen oh so many times in the past. Fuller wasting no time going to work on that leg.
That's what it is.
Ramming it on the side of the ring. Robert Fuller continues to apply the punishment. Sal Carenti, man, I can't even bear to watch this. I cannot even bear to watch this. He is now inflicting the kind of punishment that in some cases has rendered an athlete helpless, a career-ending injury. He's got him up. Oh, what a nice maneuver. But look at Ricky. Ricky could not sustain himself, and he's going in for that spinning toe hold. It is all over. It is all over. In 1 minute and 57 seconds of the match, the winner of the match and the brand new North American heavyweight champion, the North American Wrestling Association heavyweight champion, is Robert Fuller. And I've got to tell you, you've got to give an assist to Matt Bourne, because Robert Fuller didn't beat Ricky Steamboat. He beat a half of Ricky Steamboat. There you can see Steamboat trying to get out, and he lands on that leg. No strength in it at all. That spinning toe hold going into a lateral press. Steamboat is hurt. Ricky Steamboat is hurt. Oh my! Let us take it to the ring right now, because my partner at ringside, Lou Thez, is going in there to make the presentation. He is going to present the North American Heavyweight Championship belt to, I have to say, an undeserving Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller. Not that Fuller is not a great competitor, not that he is not a powerful wrestler, but he took advantage of a less than 100% Ricky Steamboat. Let us turn it over to Fabian Fuentes, our ring announcer, who will make this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the heavyweight belt to Robert Fuller, here is Lou Thez.
Thank you very much. Robert Fuller is going to be awarded the championship belt. However, I would like to say something, Mr. Fuller.
Anything.
Between Mr. Bourne and you, there had to be some sort of collusion arrangement, because this could not have happened without some help from the outside. And I will give you the belt under Protest.
Sincere condolences from the fans. I'm at a loss for words as to what to say to you. I mean, our hearts are with you. Your knee is hurt. Man, we're sorry.
Well, you know something, Ted? Thank you for the kind words, but that's all part of this type of a business that I'm in, whether what the people believe or what they want to believe or not. But this is what happens in the course of a match. It happens in the course of a tournament such as we had tonight. It's been happening, things like this been happening more so in the last 5 years because of the notoriety the wrestlers been getting, the publicity they've been getting, the national covers that these guys have been given. This man came over from Tennessee. He came, he saw, and he conquered, and he told everybody what he was going to do. But I'm not a beaten dog, not now. No. I'm a devoted wrestler, and I'm sure a lot of the wrestling fans out there and a lot of the wrestlers that were backstage were wondering what kind of man, what kind of wrestler I was. Did I come back in shape? Did I come back with the heart of a tiger, the heart of a lion? Have I got that one more desire to go on? I'm a devoted wrestler, and I've always been a devoted wrestler. Have I kept myself out of the game for too long? A big question a lot of people were asking themselves. Do I have to get up and go? Do I have it anymore? Well, I'll tell you something, Tennessee stud. I've started this long, hard, tearful, painful campaign. And I'm not going to let any of these fans down. I'm going to go on and keep going on until I win that belt. I'm going to go on for all the wrestling fans, and I'm going to go on for myself and for my family. The promotion one more time will see me rise to the top like the cream, and I'll bring the gold home. And next time when you meet me, you Tennessee dud, I won't have a gimp leg. I won't have a wounded wing. I'll be 100%.
All right, Steamboat says he's going to head back into the title picture, but he's going to climb up the ladder again. Here he takes on Greg Brown.
Making his way to the ring, weighing 235 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, here is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. His opponent weighing in at 228 pounds from Columbus, Georgia, here is Greg Brown.
Collar and elbow in the middle of the ring. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Greg Brown. And Brown taunting him. Hey, Greg, this could be a mistake, my friend.
Well, Greg hadn't been around a long time, I don't believe.
Not if he's taunting Ricky the Dragon Steamboat like that. Powerful guy, though. I got to hand it to him.
Good size on him. Tremendous athletic background. Good takeover, but a headlock.
Ricky reverses that nicely, going for the pin. Sal Corretti counting for 2. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, one of the fan favorites on the Atlantic Seaboard. He's a man that put the Atlantic Seaboard on the map.
Greg Brown is showing me something here. This man has been around some time. I've not seen too much around this area. But Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has definitely got a match on his hands. Greg Brown, a very tough competitor, as you see, using all the tools of the ring.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Ricky the Dragon Steamboat right now is not fully concentrating on what's happening in the ring and perhaps keeping an eye out on what may be happening outside the ring after what happened here on South Atlantic Wrestling last week when he came to the aid of Gary Booth, who had been really mutilated by Robert Fuller. And then the next thing you know, the Swarm was on. He was in the ring with Maniac Matt Bourne, the Nasty Boys, and Fuller. All 4 of them attacking him. And had it not been for Paul Jones, who darted into ringside, and the Bulldogs and Chris Sheamus, Ricky the Dragon may not be wrestling today.
That's right. Paul Jones is right there on the spot. And, of course, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat now in the ring. A little probably worse for wear because you're thinking about the man on the outside ring. It will mess up your whole.
You are right about that, Coach. Ted Webb and Gene Ligon, South Atlantic Wrestling, the best of the North American Wrestling Association. Here is the #1 rated challenger for that North American Wrestling Association Heavyweight Championship, currently owned by Robert Fuller, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky, who operates the Steamboat Gym in Charlotte, North Carolina, in tremendous physical conditioning. Former Mr. North Carolina.
An excellent gym. He's got a complete gym up there. If you're looking to body build and get in good shape and everything, and look the best you can, and also improve your athletic ability, Ricky the Dragon, Steamboat's Gym in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Here's another guy that mixes the best of two definite styles, the Oriental martial arts, as well as the American catch-as-catch-can.
Well, this guy's an athlete. He's not just a wrestler. He can do it all. He can play football, he can play baseball.
You got to think that he did this on the cliffs up in Hawaii sometime years ago. Boom! Tomahawk chop from the top rope, hooks the leg. Background is history. This match belongs to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Gene Ligon, why don't we take a look at that one right now in our slow motion instant replay, and you describe the action as you see it, my friend, as the Dragon registers another win.
Here we go. Ricky high off the top, a big pop on top of the head with that chop. Hooks the leg, pulls it up, a 1, 2, 3 count.
Inching closer into the title hunt once again, Ricky Steamboat. Here, the opposition, Bob Emery.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the ring, weighing 235 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, here is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. His opponent weighing 245 pounds from Raleigh, North Carolina, Bob Emery.
He certainly is, and he's awfully proud of him. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in action against Bob Emery, wearing the blue trunks. Sal Correnti, the referee for this encounter. Ricky, who injured himself a couple of weeks ago at the hands of the maniac Matt Bourne. And we certainly hope that that leg is coming along well. I talked to him before the matches today, and he says he feels well, and he's a competitor. He can play with pain.
That's right. This business right here, you've got to be able to play with pain. There's such thing as playing with injury. And injury can be very dangerous, but pain is a part of this business.
Well, one of the guys who certainly is on a collision course with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is the current North American Wrestling Association heavyweight champion, the Tennessee starter Robert Fuller. And he had some choice comments for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Weeks ago, I came out here to you people with a little history lesson. I told you about Tennessee and the greats like Davy Crockett and Elvis Presley and Alvin C. York, the greatest fighting man that ever lived. And as if I wasn't standing out here telling the truth, I guess right now it speaks for itself, because you're looking at the Tennessee stud, the hottest thing happening in Tennessee right now, the North American champion, and Ricky Steamboat. They wrote a song for me in Nashville, son, and you better listen to it. It says, stud, no one compares. Nobody compares to you.
Certainly humility, not one of his finer qualities, but certainly confidence is the North American heavyweight champion, Robert Fuller. And you can bet that he is on a collision course with a man they call the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat in against Bob Emery, wearing the blue trunks. You're watching the North American Wrestling Association. Ted Webb and Gene Ligon with you today. Sal Correnti calling for the break.
Sal Correnti, of course, one of the top officials in the area. Very tough man. Of course, Ricky's Dragon Steamboat fighting back. There he is, a big body slam. Bob Emery, one of the toughest men in the NAWA right now. A good amateur background.
And a tough competitor, a strong man. He's taking on a fellow that was a former Mr. North Carolina in 1982, Ricky Steamboat.
That's right, Ricky Steamboat from Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, some friends of mine up there, Tom and Polly Parrott. Of course, their sons, Billy and Tommy. Their daughters, Vicky and Paige. And of course, their little old dog, Corky.
Got to say hi to the gang up there.
Send our love to them.
And we'd like to say hi to Christopher Bristow in Spartanburg, South Carolina, who watches us on Channel 4 WYFF in Greenville, South Carolina. He's got us up on that satellite dish donated by the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Thank you for joining us, Christopher. We hope you're enjoying the action on the NAWA. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat trying to fire back, trying to recapture the momentum in this match. A momentum that he has lost to Bob Emery. He's got Emery up for a body slam, and Emery lands on him. 1, 2. I'm not convinced that leg is in full 100% shape.
That might be an example of why the leg might be a little injured.
You got it. He tried to lift him up for the body slam and couldn't sustain the weight, Bob. Or excuse me, Gene. Why am I I'm talking to Emery.
Well, Bob's not listening too well right now because Ricky the Steamboat just threw a big chop across the chest. There he goes for a little flip to the back. And here comes Ricky, high in the air. Chop across the eye.
Yes, sir. We were talking about the talents of Ranger Ross and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, both trained in the martial arts, both capable of putting you out like right now. Bob Emery surprising the Dragon with a boot to the face. And he's getting him up for what appears to be, I thought he was going to go for the pile driver. He's trying, but he's not. Nice reversal and backdrop. Ricky may have answered some questions about that leg.
That back shoulder didn't hurt him, I tell you that right. That took a lot of power, but that's a 240-something pound man there that Ricky just picked up like he was nothing.
And he's got him up again for a suplex. Emery, stunned. Look at the eyes of the Dragon. Look into the eyes of the Dragon.
That's the intensity you need in this business.
Totally focused. Has him up for a suplex. And I'll tell you right now, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat appears to be feeling that the end is near. You see that look? Focused, concentrating.
Setting his man up.
This is the way you do a backbreaker, my friend. Got him up in the... No, not at all. Ricky powering back out. And he reverses it. Whoa! Gene Ligon!
I can't believe that. That's a combination of 2 or 3 moves right there. Reversals, switches, and everything.
Hey, you got to hand it to Emery, who did a great job in there. But, man, what a performance. What a turnaround. Let's look at it on the slow-motion instant replay, Gene.
Ricky picks him up for a pile driver, loses his balance. Emery pins him there for a second. Gets up, and then Ricky takes advantage of a slight mistake. 1, 2, 3. There it is.